If you enjoy VR content for the Oculus Quest 2, A Township Tale, Zenith VR, and side quests, then go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below on anything you would like to see us do in the future. We are doing lots of Oculus Quest 2 giveaways. We are giving away game keys and a Quest 2 HMD. Details at the end of the video for the giveaway. Hey guys, welcome back to Quest World. Today we'll be talking about 10 spooky games you should be playing this Halloween season. These may be games you haven't touched on yet, or maybe you haven't even heard of some of these yet, as it will be a blend of games between App Lab and the official Oculus store. But perhaps you should revisit a few of these games if you already have them, or go ahead and download them if you haven't played them yet. Before we get into the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my new channel members, which would be Shrogs as a Hellspawn and Perfectly River at Posh as a Lord of Hell. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being members of the channel. It really does help support the channel, guys. So without any further ado, let's log into this video. This list will count down from 10 to 1 from my least anticipated game to the best one probably that you could play for the spooky season. And I just wanted to note that I didn't want to overload this list with a bunch of zombie shooters. So if your favorite zombie shooter is not on this list, it's not because I didn't like the game or anything. I only had 10 games for the list and I just didn't want to stuff it with like 6 different zombie shooters. Number 10 on the list is Ghost Giant. This is a pretty interesting game where you play as a giant dead person who is going to be helping a smaller character throughout the game. It was really interesting to see how this one plays. It kind of reminds me of something like Trover Saves the Universe, but a little bit more spooky. And I think that we would all enjoy this game. It's a bit cuter than the rest of the games on this list and less scary. Zombie Run. This one is interesting because it's more like an arcade style game, or maybe even a cell phone kind of game, but made for your Oculus Quest 2. It's available through App Labs, and your primary goal is to just control this character and keep him running through these fields of zombies, and just to avoid obstacles and things like that. Very fun, very simple game. Number 8. Affected the Manor. This game is more of an escape room style game where you need to get out of the manor. And it has a lot more jump scares and it's way more oriented towards an older audience and more scary stuff than the other games on this list. And if you want a good scare for Halloween, this is a game you should definitely play. Number 7. CRASHLAND. The reason CRASHLAND is on this list is because it is actually exhilarating enough for me to put on my Halloween list. Not to mention all the freaky aliens that you see. It is definitely something I would include on this Halloween list just due to the fact that the game gets your blood pumping. It's difficult enough and has a wide range of gameplay. Number 6, Dread Halls. This is another scary escape the situation type of game. It's really going to draw on invoking your fears and trying to get you to crunch for time and add pressure to different situations. And that stuff is perfect if you're missing out on like haunted houses this year. And I think it's one of the best adds to this list. That's why it's dead in the middle here at the number 6 slot. Number 5, Dead and Buried 2. This one is a really good zombie shooter. Now, I'm not saying it's the absolute best zombie shooter, but for a Halloween game, I think this one is better because it's more of a multiplayer. You got more options for different kinds of shooting. It's more like a carnival game to me, and if you're missing out on any Halloween festivals or fairs, it's a great game to pick up and play. Number 4 on the list, Wraith Afterlife. Now this one is more of a puzzle solver than some of the other ones on this list, and it's going to invoke more of those tension and fear feelings. It's definitely a game you should play if you're looking for any of that Halloween thrills and scary afterlife types of thrills. Number 3 on this list, Face Your Fear 2. This game is more interesting just due to the fact that it is closer to a haunted house than probably any other game on the list currently, and that is, it's silly fun, but it's also going to be a scary type of game. I don't suggest any game on this list to a lot of young players, but for us older players, a lot of these will be perfect to get those Halloween chills and thrills. Number 2 on the list, we'll be talking about Cosmo Dread, because this is a game that truly does invoke not just fear, but maybe even anxiety and adrenaline and lots of other things. But it also mixes the shooter aspect with the puzzle solving aspect, the exploration aspect, and the fact that the dungeons are randomly generated most of the time. It even reminded me of playing Doom at some points during the game. Definitely a game you should pick up if you want to get those good Halloween vibes going and play something scary and exhilarating. Today's list, I'm going to say The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. If this is a game you have not played yet or you haven't played in a while, it's definitely one you should reopen if you've already got it or go ahead and pick up if you don't got it. It's one of those games that just became timeless as a release on VR because it's just beating a lot of other games in many categories as far as how much you can do, the story, different varieties of games being added in. In fact, similar to Cosmo Dread on this list, it's so high on the list just because of the amount of stuff that you can do. Plus, it just got a recent update giving us more story and more things to do in the game. I absolutely recommend this one to anyone who hasn't tried it yet because it's not just a zombie shooter. That is all 10 of the games we suggest everyone play during the Halloween season. If you have any games you would like to suggest for people to play, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. Stick around for that giveaway information. We are giving away another Oculus Quest 2 and more game keys for this next giveaway season. For the Oculus Quest 2 giveaways, all you have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Optional to share the video. Remember that everything you do to interact with the channel, as far as voting on the polls or commenting on the videos, etc., will get you one ticket for the giveaway. We are giving away an Oculus Quest 2 HMD, 128GB. We are also giving away game keys to plenty of the official Oculus Quest store games, and even a few game keys to the App Lab preview games. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, then make sure you interact with the channel plenty, and every few weeks we will announce the winners on the community page and through the Discord. Thank you guys so much for catching this episode of Quest World. Remember that if you want to join the conversation, come on over to our Discord, Facebook, or any of our other social medias. And don't forget again that you can come over to the community page if social media is not your thing here on YouTube. I really enjoy having you guys here, and have a great day.